No, it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't sound like it.
Good.
Said he was very excited to talk to you guys.
We appreciate the call, Mason.
There you go.
Just joshing around.
And the dad is a big fan of the show, and especially Mary is what it says.
Thanks.
Did you did the Larry the Cable Guy thing?
Yeah.
Was that this morning?
Yeah. So it was he does the comedy roundup on Sirius XM is his channel 97. Him, Jeff and Larry's comedy roundup. It's all like, hillbilly jokes.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! And my debut album, Hillbilly Bougie, gets played on that station all the time.
Oh, so the key word is what locked them into you.
Well,
Hillbilly.
Do you know what is funny is that when I go back and I listen to my 100% true bits, I'm like, this is the station I belong on. Like, I'm a lot more of a hillbilly than I ever cared to admit.
More hillbilly than bougie?
Yeah.
All right.
But so his producer for the show is a comic that I met in New York City a couple of years ago when I went out there. I think it was like 2019. I went out there for a few weeks. And he hit me up and was like, hey, we play your album all the time. I'm a producer for his weekly roundup. It's kind of like just there's 4 people and we all just kind of talk, kind of like what we do here.
This a panel thing or whatever?
Yeah, just a panel thing, having some fun, goofing around. He's like, would you want to do it? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, this is so exciting. So we recorded it, and then it aired today at 10 a.m., tomorrow at noon, and then Sunday morning at 7 a.m. So it'll play 3 times where they're like featuring me and we talk about my album and all kinds of fun stuff. So it was really, really exciting. I don't know.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
Very
cool,
Very cool.
It is fun because I was explaining it to my family and I was like, they're like, is there anywhere we can stream it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, they're like, if you have Sirius, you can do it, but I think it's available for streaming after that. And then it just kind of made me giggle because I'm like, that's a perfect analogy for where I'm at in my career right now, where it's like, I've been a guest on what is probably arguably the most famous person I've worked with. Larry the Cable Guy is super famous.
Mm-hmm. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Up and comer.
Yeah. But it's like, I did probably one of my biggest guest appearances with a famous person, and it's on a streaming service that I can't even afford. Like, that's just kind of a funny place to be, But it was really cool, and he's like the nicest dude ever. So.
Listen, he's the star of Delta Farce, so
Obviously.
there's no way around that.
Yeah. I was telling Bill it is kind of weird because the 4 of them host it every week, and then they'll have a comic on, whoever they play on the channel or whatever. So it's kind of like a tight-knit group, and I know that we ball bust here. And I was trying to kind of feel out how much they do that as well. And I don't know. I always feel like it's a weird dynamic when you go into what is an already established relationship.
Yeah, you're like the new guy in the office.
Yeah,
you
and
can't make the inside jokes right away.
Right, but I wanted to be fun and off the cuff and stuff. And the one thing that I was very proud of that I thought was very funny, Larry was complaining about being cold, and he was walking around to try to get into a more comfortable position, and he had a sleeveless cut-off shirt on. And I was like, Larry, if you want to be more comfortable, how about some sleeves that? And I thought that was very funny.
So even on the thing, he's playing the part. He's got the cut-off sleeves.
I think that's just who he is, to be honest with you.
I don't think that's who he is.
I think he does up the accent, but I think he's pretty much
sleeveless.
Okay. But so I made that joke, and it was kind of like a ha ha ha, like a tepid laughter from the other people on the show. I was like, "Are we not supposed to talk about the sleeveless shirt?"
Did you suggest maybe wrapping himself in a blanket?
Oh, I did not. I went straight for the sleeves, but
blanket.
Me, because I use a blanket.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, but it was really cool. It was cool to hang out with them, and it was fun. They played a game where
now, is there any chance he'll cast you in the sequel to Witless Protection?
I hope so. Are you kidding me?
Mary Santora in Witless Protection.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, he's in those Cars movies though too, isn't he?
He's Mater.
He's Mater in the
Tom
Cars.
Mater.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
what's the movie he did with? God, I was still on at home when he was in town shooting something with Jenny McCarthy because she's from Chicago. What was the movie that he was in with Jenny McCarthy?
I don't know. I'm mostly familiar with his stand-up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really exciting. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, it's
So were you able to that was Witless Protection.
That was okay.
Okay. Were you able to bounce back from the sleeves? Do you think that they enjoyed your company?
We had a good time. And then afterward, the producer texted me and was like, "Hey, great job. Thanks for." It was kind of chaotic, and I was like, "Dude, this is my cup of tea. I love just kind of being on panel stuff." And he's like, "We'll definitely have you back. Larry loved you. It was awesome." And I don't know, it just kind of felt cool, like a good way to start 2022.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, some good press and promo and.
So when does it air again?
It airs tomorrow at noon and Sunday morning at 7 a.m. on Sirius XM channel 97 is Comedy Roundup.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. It was cool.
And SiriusXM advertises a lot on radio. So we're always airing their commercials because they're trying to get people to know that they're out there and doing stuff. And and so you come to radio to get the word out. So
I'm not gonna say anything.
Good for that. No, I told you. I'm like they're one of the big radio advertisers right now. So ironically.
Yeah, it was a little bit of trying to find my groove with them, and so the one guy. This is the one I held back on. I didn't say this because the one guy Larry referred to as his opener a couple times. He's like, Nick's my opener, and he was like saying, oh, he's so funny, and he's this and he's that. And then when we played this game, Nick said something where he was like, oh, I'm behind Larry, and I'm never behind Larry. And what I wanted to say, I wanted to be like, only when you're riding his coattails. But I was like, I didn't say it because I thought better of it.
He doesn't wear coats.
Also sleeveless. Yeah. But I thought better of it because I was like, I'm not in with them yet. I was like, I could make that joke to one of you guys, like someone that I talk to all the time. Yeah. But that I felt like would go the wrong way if I was the new guy coming in and being like, hey, you don't have a career. You know what I mean?
Well, because the first time you do anything like that, it's also a bit of a test to take your temperature to see if you do push too hard or if you know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't want to push too hard.
Yeah.
It's a first impression.
Right. I think it went really well. But I was thinking about it afterward where I was like, I'm very glad I didn't say it.
How long is it? Like, how long is the segment?
45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So about 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. Yeah. But it's, it was fun, though.
He did do Tooth Fairy 2.
Oh, yeah.
He was the Tooth Fairy in the sequel. The Rock was the Tooth Fairy, and then Tokyo Mater, which was the direct-to-DVD Cars. He got his own Cars tune, Tokyo Mater.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Very nice guy. It was a good time.
It could be... So next time you're on, you can make the coattails joke.
Maybe. We'll see. If it's all
right off the bat, be like,
hey, guys, coattails! Hey, what's up? Hey, Mary Santora's back. Coattails. Sleeves.
It was fun. If you have Sirius, I definitely recommend checking it out. And then once I get the streaming link, I'll definitely post it too. But
did you pander with a get her done?
I did not. Oh. I did not get her done. I didn't do any of that.
Did he get her done?
I think he did it as like a sign off.
He's got to do that, right?
Yeah, I think it was like this is Larry the Cable Guy's weekly roundup, get her done kind of a thing.
Oh, he just doesn't even care anymore. He throws it in.
I think it was at the end, like a wrap-up.
He's like, all right, guys, later on, get her done.
I didn't say it like that. I was paraphrasing, obviously.
I've sold every person who wanted to buy one of those hats bought one 15 years ago. So
he's still doing like arena tours, man.
No, I know.
That dude's still killing it.
Yeah.
I mentioned Dan Cummins last segment, and I didn't know this, that Dan used to, I guess, open for Larry the Cable Guy all the time.
A lot of people went through the Larry and Foxworthy machine. Yeah.
And I was like, if Dan is kind of like a heady, like kind of a, what's the word? I'm like absurd kind of comedy where he takes these really crazy ideas and like it makes them very funny. And I'm like, how did that go? Like opening, he's like, I bombed every night in those crowds.
But
like,
Dan, as I recall, Dan has also become more that way over the years too.
Yes,
he wasn't that way back in the day. I thought maybe that's when
crowd and everything. Yeah. But so I mentioned him, and it was it was cool. It was really cool. I felt very proud, and it was one of those moments where I was like, you know what, guys, maybe life's gonna be all right. I got to hang out with Larry the Cable Guy today.
That's the litmus test for 2022.
It really is.
Or you peaked in the first week. That could be it too.
No, because I got some cool stuff coming up too.
I mean, with Larry.
Oh, with Larry.
Yeah.
You're thinking that's a one and done, maybe.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
You sounded like you thought maybe it was.
No, they said they liked me. The producer said, Larry loved you. We'll have you back.
Well, but you know how it works. They're not going to go, hey, you sucked. But you know what I mean? They're not going to tell anybody that, you know. But you would have a better idea of if it felt good or not.
I think it felt good. I was proud of myself for withholding the coattails.
Because we've all done gigs before where
we knew it didn't go well.
Yeah, but they will still tell you it was great.
Don't worry about it.
Anytime they say don't worry about it, you go, I wasn't worried about it, but I am now. Thank you.
For that.
Yeah. Oh, that crowd.
That's fine. No, the other comics didn't kill. You're wrong. No, everybody did kind of mediocre. Really? The other guy got a standing ovation. Is that?
Oh, God. I remember. What was the...
It's like well, I thought you were funny.
Right. Well, listen. Very brave. Takes a lot
Were
to
you on the
there.
charity? God, the charity thing I did a few years ago where I hosted.
I
and
wasn't
Dalton
on that
was
one.
the headliner.
I was not on that one.
And he bailed after like 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. God.
It was that bad?
It was rough.
It was just like,
it.
he was funny. I was standing there howling, but it was like, we've all done charity events or performed at them. I was hosting this, but I've done them back in the day, and that's tough because it's real hard to get the temperature of the room.
Yeah. Was it like a donation thing too?
Yeah,
where
it was for like, oh God, what was the name? I feel bad now because I don't remember the name, but it's a very well-known organization in town. It's like for Down syndrome. And
Did he make Down syndrome jokes? Or
No.
something?
I don't think it was anything like that, but it was like him. God, who else was on that?
Was Cody Cooper on there? Or
Cody
Brian?
Cooper was on it.
Yeah.
And Cody killed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I mean, he's funny, but you know what I mean? Like, there was less of a... The rhythm of the evening did not go the way that we thought
Sometimes,
it was going to go.
they have too many people on those shows.
That is partially, I think, what it was.
By the time the headliner gets up, everybody's ready to just drink and schmooze and everything.
And they want to get to, like, the prize calling.
Yes, the basket.
Yes. All the time.
50-50.
Like, whenever someone's like, hey, you want to do a corporate gig? I'm like, yes. How long do you want me to do? And they'll be like, I don't know, like 2 hours. I'm like, no.
I will do 45 minutes, yes.
I'll do 20 minutes.
What kind of moron?
Yeah.
It's 2 hours.
I usually tell people for corporates, I'm like, I'll bring someone to do 15 minutes in front of me. I'll do 45 to an hour, and trust me, that's all you want. You do not want 2 hours. Like
usually, 30 minutes will get the job done.
Right.
Do you also?
I did a birthday over Christmas, and it was they wanted an hour, and I did and I had that. I had a 15-minute opener, and then I did 45. But by the end of it, they're ready to get on with their
party.
night.
Yeah,
yes, and I was just like, have a good birthday.
But did you have them send you notes ahead of time?
The Larry the Cable Guy show?
No, corporate gigs.
Corporate gigs, it depends.
Because they want to get made
is.
fun of too.
They say that.
Sometimes they say that, and then
you make a joke, and they're like, well,
I messed up one year. Was not in the distant past.
We don't make fun of the boss. The person who sends you the notes, I did a bunch of these 100 years ago. The person who sends you the notes goes, make fun of the boss.
Yeah.
I go, no, you guys want to make fun of the boss.
Yeah, I cannot make fun of
I'm not going to do that.
I'll
make fun of Jim from accounting if he's got some weird quirk or something, whatever you guys are talking about in the pit. Not the CEO.
I did this corporate gig a few years ago. It was just me doing an hour, and it went really well. It was one of my first ones. It's probably like 2017. And out later, it was in Lakewood. Out later that night at the bar was the people from the corporate gig. It was like they were out drinking after they had their whole day of seminars and all that kind of stuff. And I was wasted. I was super drunk out at the bar. And I remember they recognized me, like, hey, you were the comic from earlier today. You came and performed for our company. They were like the bigwigs. They're like, we came in from Canada for this. And I was still bartending at the time. And I was so drunk that I was like, you want to explain to me why Canadians don't tip? I blamed all of Canada's problems on these four men.
Wow.
They were just trying to give you a compliment.
I know. And they were being so sweet. They were like, you were so great. We loved having you. Like, this
You're
was
being
fantastic.
very Canadian.
And I was just like, oh, everybody from Canada to put gravy on fries.
And she's like, oh my gosh, she's so funny. She's doing stick.
No, they were not happy with me at all.
I was going to say, I think by that time they knew you weren't doing shit.
They clearly caught on very quickly that I was very intoxicated, and I kind of ruined whatever good thing I had going.
The
with
goodwill
that
had been
company.
squandered.
So
yeah,
I did already have the check, but I did also embarrass myself severely afterward. Which I guess I did my job professionally during the day.
Yeah, you weren't.
You were off the clock.
Right. And I was very upset
regular
with
old
them.
drunk lady out at a bar.
Yeah, right. With a lot of opinions about Canada, apparently.
By the end of the conversation, they were all like, maybe that's not the same
Was
girl.
that the girl?
Is that the... You're thinking of my twin sister
I'm
who showed
sorry.
up?
Why don't you explain Kamado juice to me? Because it tastes like clam juice in a breakfast morning? Get out of here.
In the breakfast morning, there's clam juice. Hey, DJ Nicholas. Are you a DJ
Hey, how's it
or
going?
is your name Daniel Jones Nicholas?
No, I'm part-time DJ.
Oh, all right. What's up?
If you guys are still talking about headphones, I was going to let Mary know. I just got some Audio Technicas for Christmas, and I will swear I've sworn by those headphones for the past, 5-some years. They just for the best bang for the buck. They sound great, and then I use those for when I'm DJing and whatnot. And then for home use, I got a pair of AKGs K430s. I don't know if they still sell those. I've had my coworkers listen to those headphones. They have such a nice, perfect bass punch for as small as they are, and they're really compact. You can put them in your pocket. So there's a couple brands out there if you're looking for some nice headphones for the studio.
Thank you.
Don't they make Audio Technicas out in the burbs somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's a Northeast Ohio company.
I mean, they're based overseas, but down here they've got like somewhere they're making them or something. Yeah, no, those are good picks. I mean, DJs are going to have different needs than, but literally Beats by Dre are so crazy overpriced. It's style over sound. I mean, they're so crazy overpriced.
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
buying
even
the
funny.
brand.
Yeah.
You can find so much. There's headphones for every application. Like there's headphones for drummers. There's headphones for like producers. There's headphones for DJ. There's so many different styles. But when you try them all out and you listen to them, and then you get to the Beats by Dr. Dre, they are just like bottom of the barrel, like scraped parts together from garbage.
Yeah, there's like Skull Candy headphones that are better than Beats by Dre.
I have
Get them at Five Below. Okay,
Yeah.
hey, thanks, man.
When I do my like Zoom podcasting and stuff like that, I've used my Apple headphones. I've used my, like, no offense to the studio headphones, but I have this pair of like $20 headphones that I got in an airport because I realized I had forgotten my headphones on a trip, and they work better than like anything else for that.
Yeah.
Like when I put them in, everyone always says how clear I sound on these $20 airport headphones, and I'm like, that's so crazy when you can kind of get lucky like that.
Yeah, Koss Headphones is a company based out of Wisconsin. And they're not super expensive, but they're pretty good. I think they still make them. We made them when I was growing up. It was right over the border. Mm-hmm. And you can probably get cheap ones in the, You see now the girls who have no booty but big boobs are referring to themselves as AirPod shaped. That's the thing now.
I love
girls
that.
on Instagram are like, I don't like hourglass shape because I don't have an ass. I'm more like an AirPod shape.
Good for them.
No, not good for them. I don't have an ass.
Do we need an
Who
ass?
wants some flat ass? A straight line from the
Hey!
shoulder to the heel? Come on, man.
All right, easy.
What?
I don't have a butt.
And you want one?
Yes.
Well, then
Don't
that's
have
what I'm
boobs
saying.
either, though.
Well, then you're not AirPod shaped.
Talk about being a straight line. It's
Yeah.
kind of mush. Like a melting candle.
Mush.
But you got those feet, and that's what you're going to bank on for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna be posting photos of your ass because it's not there.
Correct.
You're not gonna be posting photos of your boobs because
Yeah, not that great. I always say when I am shirtless because my belly button is shaped like a sad face. It's got like that's just what it looks like. I was changing in front of my boyfriend's daughter the other day, and she goes, "What's wrong with your belly button?" I was like, "Oh man, like come
kids
on,
are the best.
Another one! Another kid brings it up.
dude." This is like a thing of my life. But when I am shirtless and sitting down between my my boobs and the way my belly button is, it looks like a frog.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh. So sad.
Coming soon,
frog
only
face.
frogs.
Only frogs, yeah. Get your tadpole wiggling.
Take that, Larry the Cable Guy. How do you like that? So no get her done from you.
I didn't get her done. I didn't say get her done. No, but it was great. It was really fun. It was a fun kind of jokey. It was a cool environment. It was a fun show, and I really do hope they have me back.
Yeah, they probably will, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you'd have to like really crap the bed for them
Right.
to go, no thanks.
Yeah. I had a couple good lines. I got off a couple good lines that got like a genuine line. You can tell when people are laughing because it's like, let's boost up our guest,
Yes.
And I got a couple genuine laughs, which made me feel good too. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. Check it out.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Bill, do you want to...
Oh, boy.
I want to make sure he's ready.
I was born ready.
Do you want to... I don't know what time it is. I'm just going to assume that it's about the time that we could officially start the weekend.
Let's get it done.
That's right. We have to be careful with the
Yeah.
pronouns. We
Right.
can't... Let's get them done. Get it done? Okay.
Get this done.
Have a drink, have a drink, have a drink on me. Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me. Brother Leslie, how?
And make no mistake, doubly exciting since Mary Santora hasn't been in on a live Friday Get Down in
Very
a long
time.
time,
A
right?
very long time.
Are you ready, William?
Let's do it.
All right, take it away.
It's Friday! And you gotta get down on Friday. Get yourself some Cleveland whiskey. Watch some Cavaliers basketball. Cheer for the Browns. Be a Cleveland sports fan if you can. Sports Talker! Sports Talker! Sports Talker! It's Friday!
It's a breath of fresh air, dude.
Hey, how about that?
Oh my God! Did you pop a blood vessel?
He blew an O-ring on that, didn't he? No, I think he's gotten himself.
I trained for these.
Yeah,
I trained for these.
he's gotten himself to where he's not doing himself any potential harm anymore. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down is brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. As always, if you are participating in Dry January, the Dry January Mule is delicious. Made with all kinds of delicious things, right? You'll find recipes and everything else that's going on with Cleveland Whiskey at clevelandwhiskey.com.